bit about comfort zones and how a lot of times comfort zones can be some of the biggest barriers to your success and you really leveling up, whether it be content creation, making new friendships, establishing new relationships, in your business ventures. It may be offline, but it requires us to leave our comfort zone. All right. So a lot of people may not know what a comfort zone is. So it says the comfort zone isn't just a lifestyle, it's a mental language we keep speaking to ourselves about who we think we are and what we think is safe. It's the mental arena where our thoughts from the past become the only facts we trust simply because they already happened. We replay the same memories, failures, and validations as proof that life is best lived within predictable boundaries. The past becomes our compass, and the fear of uncertainty becomes the map we never dare to redraw. But what we forget is that the comfort zone isn't made of walls, it's made of words. The words we attach to experiences. Success, failure, rejection, risk form the vocabulary of our limitations. We don't live inside our experiences anymore. We live inside our descriptions of them. We say things like, I'm not that type of person, or that never works for me, or I already tried that. And suddenly those sentences becomes psychological semen. Over time, this attachment to our inner language becomes an invisible form of imprisonment. We start mistaking the story for the reality. We become fused, glued to our thoughts, and stuck inside this mental movie of what we once endured or once achieved. And we stop interacting with life as it unfolds. The brain starts narrating instead of exploring, and slowly we lose the muscle of bold action. When this happens, we don't just stay in our comfort zone, we build a mansion inside of it. Entrepreneurs, creators, dreamers all become paralyzed not by lack of opportunity, but by over identification with the mind's commentary. The comfort zone isn't about safety anymore, it's about self deception. And the only way out is through direct experience, through doing, trying, risking, and failing forward. So the comfort zone essentially is a way that to keep ourselves safe and free of rejection and risk or failure, we sort of hook onto the descriptions of memories that have already passed. Every event that you encounter this day is going to be logged in as a memory. Everything you come up against is going to be a memory. Hey, what's up, Yas? Bro, turn off the live. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Everything you come up against, everything that you run into is going to become a memory. How are you guys doing? How's the Friday going? Yes, yes, I identify as Christian. Hope you guys are having a blessed Friday. Everything is going well. Things are going good. You said play Roblox. Man, everybody's trying to get me to play Roblox. Roblox is hard as hell, man. How do you guys play that? That game is hard, man. It's frustrating. Hey, what's up? What's good? What's good? Appreciate you guys viewing, liking, and subscribing. Man, Roblox. Yeah, that game is really, really tough, man. Really, really tough. How was y'all guys Friday going? How was everything going? Hope you guys are having a good, happy Friday. Hope you have a good weekend. Just talking about comfort zone and how we can break out of the comfort zone. GTA San, good game. Yeah, Fortnite. Maybe I should start getting into some gaming. Is that kind of where y'all guys are going? Kind of getting into some gaming? Are you guys like really big gamers? I'm not really huge on the gaming. Today I'm talking about comfort zone and how sometimes people can't really achieve great things. They can't achieve greatness because they're stuck in describing and the descriptors of their experiences. It says play Fortnite. So 15 lessons on escaping the language trap and leaving your comfort zone. People who get stuck in their comfort zones, a lot of times don't want to take risk, or they fear that if they do take a risk, then the danger or the threat of that experience is going to mirror some sort of like experience in the past. So, number one, living too much in your mind is living in a museum of old evidence. When you spend most of your time in your head, you're really not living, you're archiving. People who tend to live in their mind and they tend to overthink a lot and they're always replaying old thoughts, all they're really doing is just kind of essentially echoing descriptions or labels of experiences that already passed. So the moment that we're living in right now is going to be a memory. All the stuff that we're encountering right now is going to be a distant memory. But what we do to hold on to that memory is we wrap it around in words. We wrap our memories in language and we hold on to that language, you know? And that language is almost like a cage of keeping that experience alive. All right. So people who tend to get caught up in their minds a lot tend to have a hard time letting go of experiences. Maybe you lost in a really good, fun video game of Fortnite or Roblox, and you'll never forget how you were so close to being the champion, and all of a sudden you lost. And it's like now you're playing a new game, and maybe you don't have as much effort. You don't have as much dedication. You don't have as much determination. You're just like, oh, whatever. I'm just gonna play it because you're still kind of hooked on that experience of almost hitting it, almost making it, and that judgment and that verbiage around that experience. You're kind of hooked onto it, you know. So the way to get out of your mind and into your life is to not be so married to language. Don't be so married to the descriptions and the labels it's just a wall of words. All right. If the mind or the comfort zone was a building, the walls would be words. It would be language. And people who tend to overthink talk a lot. They talk a lot. They're always talking to themselves. So get out of the language of the experience and actually do something. Go out there and go take up some action. All right. So it says every idea. So when you spend most of your time in your head, you're not living, you're archiving. Every idea, every emotion, every plan goes through a mental filter of what's already happened. And that filter becomes your reality. Okay. There's this quote that says, people don't see things as they are, we see them as we are. So a lot of times it's hard for people just to kind of see reality as it is, this new ever unfolding, experience, because they keep filtering the new with the old stuff, with the old data. All right. So in relationships, your comfort zone is that emotional space where you only express, receive, and engage in ways that feel safe, right? So avoiding difficult conversations in your relationships. You'd rather stay silent about your needs or what you're frustrated about, right? Because you fear rejection or conflict. So it feels safer to keep the peace. You see this a lot in families than risk arguing with someone, right? Repeating the same relationship patterns. You're attracting the same type of friends, or you stay with similar partners, who reinforce some of the old emotional dynamics, even if those dynamics hurt. Not allowing yourself to really love or receive love fully, even when the love is offered. You downplay it or you distrust it. The comfort zone here is the emotional distance, protecting yourself by expecting disappointment or just avoiding people altogether, right? That's where a lot of the gaming community is so popular because guess what? I don't got to deal with people. I don't got to deal with people. Hey, what's up? I'm from Michigan. What's up? Where you guys from? So, deflecting compliments or intimacy instead of saying thank you or opening up, you joke or change the subject. Hey, what's up, Kununumait? I don't want to butcher your name, man. I picture spelling that as spelling bee, man. I would fail. So emotional comfort zones prevent intimacy from deepening. They make you a spectator in your own connection. Comfort zones in social life, always hanging around the same old small circle. You limit yourself to the same people who share your views or your routines, avoiding new friendships that might stretch your worldview. Not attending events alone. You avoid gatherings, clubs, or networking unless someone you know goes with you. The comfort zone hides behind companionship to avoid the unknown. Overthinking before speaking your mind. You censor yourself heavily in conversations out of fear of being misunderstood. Performing a social persona. You wear that I'm the funny one, I'm the quiet one, or the intellectual one mask to maintain control how others see you. All right. The social comfort zone keeps you connected but not known. It prevents growth in your communication. A lot of you guys keep a lot of the same old friends around, the same, human beings are creatures of habit. Sometimes you got to update your social circle to stretch your awareness, stretch your sense of self, stretch your gifts, your talents, right? Your potential. The comfort zone keeps your potential within the same dimensions of the reach of your comfort zone. So if your comfort zone is really small, your potential is as big as your comfort zone. If you can get anything out of this, you guys have tremendous amount of potential as a human being. You're unique. You've been blessed with so many gifts and so many talents and hidden, treasures to present to the world, but you're not going to have time to tap into that if you always want to stay comfortable. All right. So really breaking out of that comfort zone. So you start making decisions based on old emotional data instead of present opportunities. Entrepreneurs who overthink live in the paralysis of analysis, not progress. True growth begins when you realize that past evidence doesn't guarantee future truth. Just because maybe your social media platform in the past didn't work, or you had some difficulties, or it wasn't the right timing, doesn't mean it's not going to work if you try again. Just because if you played Roblox, you played Roblox, how do you pronounce it? Roblox, Fortnite in the past, and maybe you were so difficult and you couldn't win and you gave up and you don't play with as much, strength and courage, doesn't mean it's going to happen again. All right. As a human being, you have to outgrow this false narrative that your past predicts your future. Okay. When you fuse with your thoughts, believing them as absolute facts, you stop distinguishing between what is and what's being said. The mind becomes a courtroom where language passes judgment on your worth and your capability. A fused thinker doesn't create, they debate with themselves endlessly. Learning to diffuse from your thoughts. That means being able to just look at yourself and say, man, I'm having a thought. You know, don't get so caught up in what you're thinking and always what you're telling yourself. All right. Thoughts are not cages. Okay. Human beings think so that way you can be a good problem solver when the need arises. You don't want to overthink and live your life in just analysis because there's no action when you're just so caught up and glued to just analyzing everything. All right. You have to get out there and you got to move around. And that's one thing about gaming. In the gaming world, when I was really heavy in gaming, you're playing a video game, but a lot of it is you're analyzing. Like, oh man, all these campers, damn these fucking campers. Oh man, blah, 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 blah. You're doing a lot of talking, and after you finish the video game, there's really no motivation to go outside. It's just like, man, shit. You done talked yourself into a bad mood. You're already pissed because you're fighting against all these different campers on Call of Duty or whatever game you're playing, and now you're just stuck in the house the whole day. You know, so diffusing from your thoughts. If you're a person that overthinks and you're really caught up in your mind a lot and you start telling you the way to get out of that, activate your five senses. Find something that you can do in the moment to actually keep yourself active, keep yourself busy in that moment. Busyness is not always a bad thing. All right. Sometimes you got to stay busy when it's better to be busy in the world, taking care of your business, than to be busy in your mind. All right. So you got to choose your battles. So um, well, it says learning how to separate and put some distance between you and your thoughts and noticing them without obeying them gives you the permission to act beyond your own commentary and enter the real experiment of entrepreneurship if you want to open your own business. Description, the mind is just a descriptor. Oh, this is a table. Oh, this is Fortnite. Oh, this is Roblox. Oh, this is that. Oh, this is the mind is just a language descriptor, a descriptor generator. It's just a label maker. I don't know if you guys see the grocery store workers, how they got the little clicker and they click, 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 and they put the labels. That's all the mind is. And a lot of times it can work to our detriment because if you word something really well, you won't participate in the shit. Right? If someone tells you about how trashy Fortnite is or Roblox is or this new Grand Theft or whatever game you guys are interested in, if somebody who played it was like, hey man, it's really not that great, you might fool yourself into not even going. Words can be a barrier to you actually doing, going, and acting. It's words. You guys ever had that happen? Somebody tell you about a new restaurant or a new dish or a new game, and they're like, "Hey man, it wasn't really that great." You're thinking like, "Oh man," or a movie, like, "Hey man, that movie wasn't really that great." Black Phone 2 wasn't really that good. I saw it. This is what happened. You're like, "Man, I might as well not even go see it." If you want something to keep you from living your dreams and doing what's meant for you, just bank everything on language. Just bank everything on language. Hey, what's up, cute Kyrie Bell? Good to see you. Am I a fan of Ronaldo? Um, I personally don't watch a lot of soccer, so I'm not going to say yes or no. Hey, what's up, Brain Rot? I'm not going to say yes or no. I don't really watch a lot of soccer, really, to be honest. I'm more of a basketball person. I'm more of a basketball person. Yeah, so like NBA. Ronaldo must be pretty good because all Ice Show Speed talks about is Ronaldo. How's your day going, Kyra Bell? Good to see you. I'm over here talking about comfort zones. Oh, I see. I see. No, I got some notes I generated here on comfort zones that I'm reading from, on just how really the comfort zone is just made up of our thoughts and our judgments, just to kind of help people see that, sometimes what really gets in the way of us being greater and being successful is just our thinking, you know. We love describing what we'll do. We write, we plan, we imagine, and we script, but we rarely execute. Over time, talking replaces trying, and the comfort of verbalizing becomes more satisfying than the fear of failing. The comfort zone thrives on the language of intention, not the discomfort of movement. Success begins when your verbs outweigh your adjectives, when I want to becomes I did. Oh, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. The mind loves familiar narratives, even painful ones. Our brains prefer certainty over chaos, even if that certainty is misery. The reason why we also over identify with our mind and our thinking, because our mind is a product of the past. And there's comfort in my past because guess what? It happened. I'm certain I know what happened, right? And there's comfort in that. That's why a lot of people have anxiety and they're okay with it. That's why a lot of people overthink, is because thinking is just an echo of our past, because we're not fortune tellers or we all would be rich. So I know what happened in my past. I know that my ex hurt me. I know how she hurt me and what she did or what he did, what my parents did. So there's comfort in certainty. Life is constantly unfolding. So there's a big degree of not knowing in life. And that drives a lot of fear in people. So, in response to this unfolding of life, they cling to their thinking. They cling to it's like a life raft. It's like life is like this big wave and of not knowing and uncertainty. And then you got this little raft of the past where there's a little bit of certainty in that circle, and they just grab onto it, you know, and they try to use the raft to determine the direction, but not the raft isn't always accurate. All right. There's a lot of things that happen in our past that may have been hurtful, that may not have been helpful. We might have had some hurtful, unhelpful people around us. And if those people are no longer around us, guess what? You're going to have a new past. So, hey, what's up, Maya Marie? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. How you doing? I think I might have to change my live formulas up. I think when I do videos like this, like really talking head videos, I'm gonna put them in long form and just upload them and do my edits. I have editors, and then you guys can just kind of go back and watch these. I think I'm learning. I've only been on YouTube for about 5 months, so I'm still learning. But I'm learning that live videos are probably not the best place to do like scripts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll probably cut down on doing like lives where I'm like reading, because I notice like a lot of people want to interact with you. They want to talk to you. They want to see how you're doing. And when I'm reading some of these scripts during my lives, I think it's hurting my lives. I think in a live, and I like to learn as I go. I like to get information too from experts, but I like to kind of experience it for myself. And I'm kind of learning, like with lives, people want to connect with you, right? If they want to read, they'll go get a book, right? Or they'll just pull up your long form when they're in the mind to read, right? I think lives activate that part of a person's brain where they want to connect to you, man. They want to talk to you. They want to see how your day is going. So I think I'll stop here for the content on the comfort zone and kind of connect with you guys for a little bit. How are you guys doing? How is the day going? Everything's going good. I got some really, really good news that I'm going to share in the future. I have to wait. So I'm definitely going to share it with you guys for sure. That's some really awesome news. Um, I'll be going to China. I'm going to take you guys to China with me really, really beautiful parts of China and show you guys all around. So if you ever want to go to China in the future, or if you ever want to visit, I'm gonna show you guys where you what to do. All right, we're gonna go there together as tourists. I've never been there. I'm excited. I just got my passport the other day. It's my first time in my life ever having a passport. Some people are like, "Why didn't you have a passport in the military?" In the military, they got this thing called security clearances, so that's why we're able to go out to Iraq and all these different countries and things like that. So it's just like a different level of sort of like permission. But yeah, I got some take you guys to China with me. What else is coming up for me? I was watching the Ice Show Speed and Mr. Beast interview in Saudi Arabia. I was kind of looking at that. I liked how Mr. Beast kind of helped in a way make the interview a lot easier for ISO Speed. You know, I like how he kind of ISO Speed can hold his own. Don't get me wrong, but I liked how Mr. Beast kind of helped, like a big brother, like in a way. You know, I don't really know a lot about Mr. Beast. I just see his videos, and every time he drops a video, it's like damn near 30 million. So I know he's a really great YouTuber. Clearly, I try to watch some of his stuff, but I don't have a really great attention span, so I'm not good for sitting down and watching somebody sitting in a coffin for a week or doing things. I'm not dismissing his content; it's great stuff. I don't have the attention span for that type of stuff. Like, but salute to him. I like how he handled the interview. He's a really great communicator, excellent interviewer. I can learn a lot about people just by how they present themselves for little moments of time. I don't really need to watch 100 videos to kind of get an idea of who you are. So salute to you, Mr. Beast, for holding that young man down. Yeah, I learned a lot from a lot of the from Mr. Beast and ISO Speed and how they approach YouTube. Mr. Beast approach is sort of like, present to the audience some really cool experiences, right? Who doesn't want to see someone being in the coffin for 7 days? Who doesn't want to see somebody at a restaurant and they get tipped $1 million? So he's really hitting it from an experiential perspective. So all you content creators out there, you younger people who want to get on YouTube, that's a lane, you know, giving people new radical experiences, like radical ideas, things that, hey, I'm gonna go swim in a goldfish bowl. I'm gonna put a human in there, some humans inside a goldfish bowl, and I'm swim around like they're little, stuff that just stretches your mind and your imagination. And then you have the lane where ISO Speed took, where he's connecting to people, authentically through gaming, through personality. There's a personality lane. There's a present people with radical new, thrilling experiences lane. And I like sort of like the contrast that they represented, because they are two different lanes, but I like how they kind of complemented each other. I think as men, sometimes we can get really competitive. Like, oh, I do this, I do that, and I got these numbers, and I got this data, and I got this researcher. Yours don't got glasses, mine's got glasses. Yours don't wear the same tie as mine do. We get real petty. Not all guys, but they can be like that. And I liked how I didn't really feel like one was trying to be better than the other. So I thought that was dope to see just two men win. And I think that's a good example for young men, even who are not streamers or content creators, that you could be a successful entrepreneur and businessman, and someone can be like in the rap game. You don't see a lot of that. Like, you're not going to see Kendrick and Drake, sitting next to each other. Like, yeah, man, this music great too. I don't do that kind, but there's a lot of tension, between the men. And one thing I like that the content creators are showing, that you can be two greats, you know, and win together, and champion each other. Mr. Beast was kind of helping echo some of the stuff that ISO Speed was saying. ISO Speed was echoing Mr. Beast. I thought it was a beautiful thing to see two men from different cultures, come together and win. So yeah, I was watching that, and just trying to learn, man. Being a content creator isn't easy. They're right. Being on the camera, speaking and communicating is not an easy thing. I remember when I told my family I was doing YouTube, a lot of people were like, "What the hell are you doing YouTube?" Like, what the fuck? Nobody really watched it. I got some viewers from my Facebook. A lot of people are like, "Randy, why are you doing that? You're already doing good with your job. Why are you doing YouTube?" So don't some people will say, don't tell your family and don't tell your friends that you're doing YouTube. Do you? If it's important for your family to know, if that helps activate you to tell your sister, tell your auntie, tell your uncle, tell your family, right? Not all families are created equally. Your family might be supportive, right? But if they're not supportive, don't be mad about it. YouTube isn't for everybody. Um, so yeah, man, I uploaded some shorts yesterday, from my the videos that I have created. Shorts do numbers, guys. I put a short up, did almost 2,000. I was like, man, people, and they talk about that how like shorts tend to attract audiences who have more of a shorter attention span. So then I was reading some content where they were saying you don't want to put too much shorts with your long form because it might hurt it. But I was just like, what the hell? My numbers are already kind of within like under 150 to 100, which I'm grateful for. So I said, what the hell would it hurt to put some shorts up there? You need to use number on your shorts. What's that? That's why you get on TikTok, huh? You need to use number on your shorts. What you mean by that? Oh, viral. Oh, you need to use hashtag on your shorts. What does the hashtags do? Like, does that help? I see what you're saying. It helps kind of plug in almost like a Instagram. I see. So you plug in people through the hashtags too. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Okay. You have to throw the hashtags on there. I see. That's why you get on TikTok. Man, I went on TikTok. I put like 2, 3 videos up on there, man, got 0 views. I was like, damn, I must not be doing TikTok right. I don't know how does TikTok work, man. Some people go in there and do like millions. It's like this is it's like for me, it feels like it's hard to do TikTok. Like it needs some more time like, for the engine to kind of recognize me. You guys watch a lot of TikTok. My daughter, she watches a lot of TikTok. Helps your content reach more people. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, I need to start putting those hashtags on there. Maybe I'll go back through there. I appreciate that, Ja 17. I appreciate that. I'll go back on there and re-edit and put those hashtags on there. Agent, right now, my wife wants us to save. Ja's funny. He said I got a girlfriend. I she just giving you a compliment, showing you love. Maya Marie, she good people. She good people. She just showing you some love. Um, what I was gonna say, yeah, my wife, she wants us to save money this year, man. We've been traveling so much. We travel a lot. I like that's one thing that was important to me. If I started dating, was like have someone that liked traveling. Have a girl that liked traveling, seeing the world. I wasn't that. You know, what was it? What's that show with Ted Bundy? And them they be sitting on the couch every day. I love that show. I can't think of the name of it. Yeah, he would. I know he know you just trying to be nice. That's just guys. We just be saying shit like that. Like I got a girl. Yeah, I mean, shit. I'm married. And I had girls when I was in Hawaii, man. When I was getting doing numbers like 14K, it was girls coming in there like, "Oh, you're cute. Oh, you're cute." And I had my wife in the chat. I was like, "Yeah, I'm married." Um, and stuff like that. And then the girl and my wife ended up being friends. So it just um, Maya Marie, how's your day? Yeah, yeah, I feel where you're coming from. Hey, what's up? What's good? You guys like scary movies? You guys gonna see that Black Phone too? Everybody's saying it was good. I'm gonna take my daughter to go see it next week. I'm gonna take her to the little Not Scary Farms. I take her there every year. She 12. She gonna lose her mind. I don't know why she keep being so excited about going to these haunted theme parks. And you know how people dress up and they chasing you around. I'm like, if you're so scared and you hiding everywhere, why do you keep wanting to go? She like, guys, some girls just like being chased around. I don't know what it's about. My daughter, she loves it, but then she'll cry and get scared. But I'm like, but why? So why do you keep wanting to go if you're so scared? So she loves it. So we're gonna go to Not Scary Farms next week. Are you guys big on scary movies? You guys big on scary movies? That's like my thing. Man, this Friday going by so fast, guys. I gotta go pick up my daughter from daycare in like a couple hours, and then my other daughter's gonna be coming out of school soon in an hour. So yeah, man. Maya Marie, what's your plans for this weekend? What you doing this weekend? What you got up? It's like what? A couple weeks before Halloween. Yeah, probably just take the kids out for trick or treating. We got a couple places that we can go to out here in the neighborhood. Probably take them out there, and then yeah, Halloween is a really good time of the year. Guess I'll go get the hair braided. Maya go get the hair braided on the 31st. Go to these Africans over here in Long Beach. Get the hair braided. Just try to let my hair grow. That's the only thing I have really planned up for the rest of this month, man. What kind of braids? Just regular cornrows because it's still short. So just like regular, like straight to the backs, straight back cornrows. Probably yeah, man, getting fat. Oh, I've been in that gym though. Agent 327. I've been in that gym, man. Trying to get my pack back. I was doing a video. I was doing a video in Hawaii and I had my shirt off and it was like, man, you need to get rid of those man boobs. I was like, I know, right? Kind of braids. Do a gym stream. Yeah, man, I'll be going to Planet Fitness. I was thinking about that too, huh? I should do like a gym stream. I should do like a gym stream, huh? That's a good one. Yeah, I'm just gonna do straight in the back. It's about my hair is about 2 inches. It's only been growing for like 3 months, man. Maya, that's pretty good, right? 2 inches for 3 months. What would you say? Maya, she would know. Girls really they be on that hair. They be knowing. You said you back in the military? Yeah, man. They military had me cut my hair off, man. You can grow your hair out. My brother, he's in the Navy. He's a chief. He his hair is a little bit long, but it has to be like within a certain amount of inches. You have a lot of hair. Maya, 2 inches in 3 months is not bad, right? For a guy? I know some dudes, their hair grow fast, so it's really probably not a big deal. Some dudes hair be growing fast. I think my hair grow pretty fast. That's not bad, right, Maya? Yeah, like shit. No, I mean you could show them how it was done back in the military. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You have curly hair, nice. Yeah, I can show you guys some workouts for sure, man. That's a really great point. It's just I would have to go at a time where it's not super crowded because I go to Planet Fitness. So any cool stories about the military? Yeah, man. I remember when we was flying to Iraq for the first time. So I went to a medical school in California, and they help train you medically to be like a support for the Marine Corps for the infantry Marines. So I was doing my second medical school for field training, like for working for the infantry. And before I couldn't even go to graduation because okay, I wear a bonnet too, man. I got a bonnet over here somewhere. It's good to keep your hair from breaking. I'm 6'2". Yeah, I'm 6'2". Yeah, I was in my second medical school. And after that, they attach you to your Marine Corps unit. So this was in Cali, up in Camp Pendleton. And I remember before we graduated from that infantry medical school, they was like, Randy, you're not going to make it to graduation. I was like, why? Why you say that? They was like, because the unit that you're getting shipped to, they're already preparing to go to Iraq. um, and you have to leave early to get there because they're already doing. They call it a workup when they start getting all the different units together to go to Iraq, and they have like certain trainings and things they have to do. So they was like, yeah, they're already doing workup. So they was like, we're gonna go ahead and ship you out. So my unit was in Hawaii. So they was like, yeah, we're gonna ship you out to Hawaii. I was like, damn, I can't even get to my graduation on time because I need to go to the unit to go to Iraq. So nervous as hell. I remember on that plane to Iraq, guys, the sky was like a reddish orange. Like it just looked like you were on a plane in hell. Like, like it was just like super high. I remember when we got off the plane in Iraq, it was like at least like 3, 4 in the morning. felt like it was like 140 degrees outside. It was just like sweat draining off all of us. We had all this uniform, all this equipment on. I was like, dude, it can't be this hot out here like this late at night. And they was like, yeah, man. So they came and picked us up. We had like some waters. It was like 130 degrees at like 3 in the morning, bro. I was like, it gotta be like the airplane. You know how those little turbines on the airplane or near the jets where you get off, you can feel like heat coming from there. So you're thinking like, oh, this gotta be from the airplane engine or the jets or something. Yeah, man, it was crazy, dog. Like it was crazy. Like going to the Middle East is like an experience. Like it really is. They call it the Middle East, but it's really just Northeast Africa. Africa has like this little sort of like connection that kind of hangs up off the top of it. That's all it is. It's like Northeast Africa, but they call it the Middle East. But man, it's just the energy out there felt so different. I remember working out some days out there in the desert in between patrols, and you're just looking out. All you see is just sand, like no businesses, no. Yeah, man, it was hot on the plane. Yeah, man, just all you see is just desert, just for like miles and miles. It almost feels like you're on Mars or something. Like no businesses, no McDonald's, no fucking buildings. There's nothing but just sand, like um and it just really changes your mindset. You're just like, damn, like how do you live in an environment like this? You said just do story time videos. He said, "Was Godzilla out there?" Probably was. Shit, hiding up under them, some of them, and then the sandstorms out there are crazy. Like the sandstorms are crazy. We kept getting sand in our rifles, and you had to keep your rifle clean at all times because, yeah, it was like a ghost town. Yeah, you got to keep your rifle clean at all times because you get sand lodged up in there, and then you're screwed, man. You're not going to be able to really perform. So it was just like crazy sandstorms and the hiking that we would do when we was in Iraq. Oh man, like you're walking like miles and miles and miles. I think that's how I got my back injury because I was doing so much walking with the Marines. And yeah, the rifle will jam up, and just it's just basically we all had M4s, and you're just doing a lot of walking, bro. And the bulletproof vest that we used to wear were like damn near like 90 pounds. Sand in your magazines, sand and yeah, all of that. Yeah, man. In the barrels and yep. So we had to take apart our M4s. So we were taking apart our machine guns a lot and putting them back together. And between patrols, that's all you guys see Marines doing, just cleaning out their guns, cleaning out our rifles. Man, we didn't clean out. Man, I cleaned out so many fucking guns with the Marine Corps. That's even before we went to Iraq. That's all we would do is like go to the machinery, and then just a lot of times it's cleaning a lot of the oil out of the rifles. It's like a lot of work, man. Cleaning those M4s and those M15s, and so. Do you have any favorite fitness influencers? I like your boy Ashton Hall. I think Ashton Hall is a good motivator. Sometimes I'll catch him on Instagram or YouTube and he be working out and shit. Can you hear me now? I think I done talk my little microphone dead. Can you hear me? Is that better? Yeah, Ashton Hall, he's dope. He's dope. I watch Ashton Hall. He be doing this thing on Instagram and YouTube. I know ISO Speed burned him in the race, but I don't need to see like a fitness influencer's whole workout plan to be inspired. If you're fit and you look like you're in shape and you're taking care of yourself and you're consistently fit, that'll inspire me. So yeah, man, Ashton Hall. Yeah, man. Who would you say? Who's yours? Yeah, some people say, man, it take years to really get popping on YouTube. Isn't this cool? I used to collect crystals. Isn't that dope? We got all these little crystals. Maya, you might like this. It's like a crystal ball holder. I think this is amethyst, I want to say. They say when you hold on to things that have like a cool temperature to it, it kind of helps you to diffuse from your thoughts. David Lay, oh, okay. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. You guys work out? Maya, Agent, and John, you guys work out? You go to the gym a lot or not so much? You guys do a lot of workouts? Where's my Oh, you work out for a living? 3 or 4 days a week? Nice. Oh, so you guys ain't playing no games. You guys ain't playing no games. Yeah, man, I just started getting back into the gym, man. When I was in Hawaii, I couldn't work out like I want because of the gyms out there. They didn't really have any gyms out there that really. I got one of these for my. You work out for doing your family workout? That's a good question. My brother works out. My brother will work out. I'm the oldest. I got 2 brothers and 3 sisters. I would say just him. But not like any older people really in my family really work out. Have y'all seen this before? Little massagers. I've been eating all that, man. For this back, it's good. You just hook it on. Got it from Amazon. Oh, you're saying actually? I'm saying actual work. Oh, okay. Got you. Yeah, Joe, I didn't know about the hashtags, man, on the. Damn, I don't even think I can do it on. Yeah, the hashtags on the you need the massager too. Yeah, man, it's good. It's really good. Yeah, so hashtags help, huh? Hey, what's up, Leon? What's good, man? Appreciate you, man, in the comment, showing love. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, weather's nice today. No kids. Got the crib to myself. It's a good day, man. See if there's any basketball games on. What you got up, Leon, for the weekend? Definitely not. I got my enough Barney dealing with my little brother back in the 90s. Definitely not. My daughter, my youngest daughter, she loved Barney. I'm surprised Barney's still around, man. Nothing much. I feel you, man. Yeah, my daughter, man, she Trying to enjoy this peace and quiet, man, for these kids come in and it's gonna be back to work. Yeah, I got an Instagram. It should be under my page. If you go on my name, it should be under there. Y'all see that Him movie? Any games come on? Nets versus the Raptors. Timberwolves, 76ers. Oh, we got some games today, guys. Oh, shit, we got a lot of games. Golden State. We got a lot of games. Golden State playing. Utah Jazz play at 5. Yeah, I got a YouTube channel. There's no games on now, though. Damn, man, I gotta keep a job, man. During the daytime, it don't be nothing to do. I don't know how people, like, retire young. Unless you rich as fuck, I don't know what you're gonna be doing with your time. I get, like, bored easy. It's like, if I'm not out traveling or out doing something constructive, my wife made some soup. How sweet is that? She made some soup before she left. These are neck bones. You guys probably don't eat neck bones. I love neck bones, man. Yeah, I don't know how people be retiring earlier, man. It don't be nothing to do, man. Yeah, it's nice out here today. Probably take the kids to the park or something like that. All right, man. Let me get out of here and get ready for these kiddos. Yeah, yeah. It's nice. It's nice out here today, man. Really nice. Yeah, I usually ride the bike, but I'm not gonna have no time to ride the bike today. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. Have a good day, man. The brats are about to be coming home, so I guess I'll check out. Thank you for subscribing.